hosted by Carl Price and Paul Mullins. Coming to you live from
You are
Louisville,
listening to
Kentucky.
Conscious Fever, hosted by Carl Price.
Either way, I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. So listen responsibly.
It's the best of the best. It's the one and only DJ Ice, Louisville's coldest DJ.
Thank you. Welcome to Conscious Fever here on Ice Entertainment Television and Conscious Fever Radio. I am Carl Price, your host tonight here in misty Louisville, Kentucky. I want to say thanks for joining us tonight on the show. Of course, I'm co-hosted tonight by Paul Mullins, and we're going to talk about some things. And as you log on, we'll try to say hello to the best that we can. The weather's about to get a little warm. As they say, spring is in the air. But anyway, tonight, this show is sponsored by and brought to you by Ice Entertainment Television and Conscious Fever Radio. I see that Stephanie has logged on. What's up, Massive and crew? Okay, Stephanie, whatever that means. Hey, Chevy Grill. Hi, Handsome Carl. Hey, let's see what these are saying before we get started. Hey, how are you all? Hey, Monique, welcome to the show. We're just going to give a shout out to you, welcome you guys in. Hey, Paul, is what she says. Yeah, thank y'all for joining me. Since y'all were not here before all of the applause said hello to me, I'm just going to go back to it. I wanted them to welcome Stephanie and Monique to the show tonight. But anyway, we thank you for logging in tonight. We've got a very interesting show tonight, and Paul's going to agree with me when he comes in. We have a very interesting show tonight. We're taking video questions from all across the country. And unfortunately, the producers have positioned this in a way that the questions have to be taken. Thank you, Stephanie. The questions have to be taken before 6 p.m. so we can load up the videos. But anyway, we've got about 4 or 5 questions tonight, and we're just going to be doing our best to answer those questions. So anyway, I'm Carl Price. This is Conscious Fever here on Ice Entertainment Television and Conscious Fever Radio. I'm hosting tonight. When I come back, I'm going to bring Paul in, and we're going to get right to this show so we can get out of here and get home. I'll be right back.
And we are back with more Conscious Fever, hosted by Carl Price Esquire.
Once again, it's hosted by Carl Price Esquire and Paul Mullins Esquire tonight here on Conscious Fever. Hey, look, before I bring Paul in, I am going to actually jump right back to the comments just to make sure that we give everybody their great due of welcome here. Thank you for loving my yellow tie. Hello, Renee. Thanks for joining us tonight. This is very interesting, Paul. In light of the passing of the great Junior Bridgman, looking to naming the Waterson Expressway in his name, the expressway was named to honor a Confederate publisher, Henry Waterson. I think you're right.
Controversial.
That is kind of controversial. We'll let you all. Hey, my main man, Alvin, what's up? So everybody's talking. And good evening, of course, to you, Renee. So, Paul.
I'm looking up the story.
You're looking up what story? What story are you looking up now?
Henry Waterson.
Oh, you didn't know that about...
no, it's the Waterson Expressway. That's all I know.
Thank you, Renee, for loving the look. You didn't know that was named after... You didn't know the history of Henry Waterson?
No. I didn't know he was a Confederate.
You didn't?
No.
Look at that. That sounds like a good idea, Alvin.
And
Alvin says, hey to the ladies. So, well, wait a minute, Paul. What are you looking up, man?
I'm
I mean, the
reading
show
on
has
it.
started.
It's too late. He gave me something to look up.
Okay,
You know?
I mean, so tell me, please, you know about Henry Waterson, the history of Henry
No,
Waterson.
I don't see anything in here about him being a Confederate, but I mean, I ain't going to doubt Alvin, but I didn't know that.
Did you hear that, Alvin? He
didn't
said
know
he's
it.
not going to doubt you, although he did not know that he was.
I mean,
that he
how
was a
many
Confederate.
people look up Henry Waterson? You drive on the expressway, that's all you know. Nobody looks up to see who he actually was. You just know he's an old dead guy. I'm just being real.
Think you're relaxed, Paul.
Quit holding my feet to the fire when you probably didn't know either.
Who? Why you always calling me out like I don't know my history? I went to HBCU. Thank you. But anyway, let's dial into this show tonight, Paul. I mean, we've got. Look at that. There you go, Paul. How about that?
Paul
Jim
Mullins
Higgins
Expressway.
thinks that you should name it Paul Mullins
Sounds all right to
Expressway.
me. PJ Express.
Yeah, Jim, you go right ahead and send that resolution to the Republicans.
A whole
in
bunch of
Frankfurt.
crashes on that expressway.
And see, you think there'll be a lot of crashes?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, let's jump right into this show tonight. So this is our question and answering show, Paul. I mean, we don't really have, there's a lot that we can talk about. You know, the NCAA tournament is on tonight. I think Duke is going to win. I don't know. Anybody know the score? Alvin, do you know the score of Alabama and BYU? It was a pretty good game first half. You gonna look
So
it up, Paul?
you're gonna root for Duke? Are you serious? Are you
No,
gonna
I
root
am
for
going
Duke?
to root for Duke. I mean, I don't care about the rivalry between UK and Duke and U of L and Duke and all of that. I mean, I think Duke is the best team in the tournament. I really do. Auburn could be the best team in the tournament on a good day when they come to play. Florida could be an awesomely the best team in the tournament when they come to play. I really do believe that Duke is the best team. I really do. I believe they're solid.
So I got this friend, and he told me that after Creighton beat Louisville, he was gonna root for Creighton, and I said that's like getting beat up by somebody, and then rooting for them to beat somebody else up. I can't do it. I can't go root for the team that beat us. Like
What?
I just can't do it. Can't do it. I don't understand that
what-
whole mentality. Well, they beat us, so let's root for them now. No, I ain't happy. I'm not rooting for Duke. They might win, but I ain't rooting for them.
Alvin's giving us the score. Ooh, 83 to 67.
tonight,
Bama.
y'all.
Yeah, I figured that Alabama would probably be the better team. Thank you, Renee. Yellow is the color of friendship. If you didn't know that. Paul, no S curl in your hair tonight? Okay.
No, I just got a haircut, so they didn't put the juice in it.
just didn't put the juice in it. So anyway, so 83 to 67, Alabama.
Yeah. So what are
your thoughts?
What's the topic? I got some things to. Y'all know I got Trump derangement syndrome, as they say. Everything he does makes me mad.
So what are you saying?
Anything you want to talk about, but
not Trump.
Oh no.
Why don't we go right ahead and take our first question? I mean, our first question is kind of explosive. I'm going to tell y'all that now. Okay, so we're gonna take our first question. Producer, if you can just bring her in. I think this is Coco. I'm not sure where she's from, Paul, but Coco has submitted a video.
Stripper
And you said what?
Nothing. Stripper name is what I thought.
Coco's a stripper name? Don't say that, Paul.
Okay.
I have
There's plenty of Cocos out there who
respectful
keep their clothes
client.
on, right?
His name is Coco.
There's plenty of Cocos who keep their clothes on.
Plenty of I can't believe you said that. Anyway, here's our question, y'all. Check this out, and I need y'all to churn in on this answer. Gators are winning 63-54.
That's probably the best team that's probably the best team.
Florida's playing. I think Florida and Duke would be a good Final Four. Is it possible for them to be in the Final Four the way the brackets are set up? I don't know.
Quit talking about Duke.
What do you have against Duke, man?
It's got UK
what do you have?
it's right in the middle of it's got UK.
Okay, Paul, see,
All right.
normally we get started of debating real heavily at the end of the show, but now you started at very end, even before we listen to these questions. And that is that, listen, man, just be a man and announce who you believe is the best team in the tournament. If you think it's Florida,
yeah.
that's fine, but don't hate on Duke.
Why?
Why should you?
Because they're a rival. Sort of.
You can always cheer for UK and Indy tomorrow. Is that what you're going to do? He's a UK grad.
Not going to do
He's
that.
a U of L.
I am a UK grad, and I remember being at UK, and during the Final Four runs with Rick Pitino, remember vividly sitting up in my bedroom while everybody was down in the living room of the frat house cheering UK on, and they was mad because I wasn't cheering. I was like, I ain't got no reason to cheer for UK.
Even when you were going to UK, you were not cheering
I
for UK?
was getting my education. All right, I was trying to get my books on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe that you were
I was
really-
trying to learn, y'all. I wasn't there to watch basketball.
I got you, Paul. Anyway, let's listen to, I'm not sure we want to listen to first. Why don't we take Coco?
Coco.
Let's say Coco.
She said-
Okay, so Coco has a question. Take a listen.
Hi, Paul and Carl. Thanks for having me. My name is Coco, and my question is, this is the third time I have caught my fiancé cheating. Should I break the engagement, although he is a multimillionaire?
Whoa. Whoa. Paul, I'm going to let you dive in on that one.
Keep him for a couple
She
years.
has caught him cheating. Let me make sure I got this right. She's caught him cheating 3 times.
Wow.
But the question that she's asking is, should she leave him, although he's a multimillionaire?
Sister, he ain't cheating, he's sharing, okay?
Wait a minute, what? He's doing what?
I'm kidding. Y'all know what the answer is. That's stupid. Leave him. Right, Stephanie. Leave him.
I mean, but why? Why?
Take some of that money with you, though, girl.
Paul,
Get a
I
car.
cannot-
Get a car or something.
what do y'all think?
Couple houses.
What do y'all think?
Get
Let me see if the comments said, Paul, that's your girl. Is she your type, Paul?
All good-looking girls are my type.
No, I understand that, but I'm just saying that, is she your type?
All good-looking girls are my type. What's the next one? Bama 100. What?
Bama 100, BYU. Okay, we can look at that. I thought we were talking about, okay, Bama 100, BYU 79. Here you go,
my
Paul.
girl.
Paul too
Y'all
cool
crazy.
riding around in his
black.
big black truck.
Leave my truck alone. I just got it fixed.
Stephanie said that's your girl.
No, it's not.
Stephanie also said, oh, Lord. You leave his cheating. Okay, so here's Stephanie weighs in on it. Leave his cheating ass. Do you agree, Paul? Monique says, girl, run away. Yes, I would leave. When you get married, it's only going to get worse.
They missed
No.
the part where they said he was a multi-millionaire.
He's a multimillionaire, right? No, I would leave. Money is not all.
Money's
I
not-
don't
yeah,
share.
leave the money,
I don't
but
care.
Take a car with you. He ain't gonna miss it. I'm kidding, y'all.
Wow.
I'm kidding. I'm not saying stay for the money. I'm not saying it at all. I'm just saying it's funny that you would ask that question, that she would ask that
I think
question.
that would be a tough one for a lot of y'all.
It's not a tough one if he wasn't a multimillionaire, right?
What do
Because you
mean?
figure the reason why she's still with him is because he's a multimillionaire. The first time didn't run her off. Second time didn't run her off. You know what I'm saying? She's like, well, he's a multimillionaire. He gets 2 strikes, but not 3.
Wow. I mean, let's turn the tables, Paul.
Okay.
If the woman cheated 3 times on you, she's a multimillionaire, and I know you got your own money, you're a lawyer, but assuming you didn't, what are your thoughts? Would you stay?
I'll be gone after the first one.
Why couldn't you just stay and just mess around and cheat on her?
Cause that ain't
And keep the money.
That ain't right. You know I ain't built like that.
Oh, you're talking. This is about what's right and what's wrong.
I'm
now.
just saying I ain't built like it. I don't want to live a life. I wouldn't live my life with any kind of stress like that.
No, I agree.
Why it ain't worth it? Get rid of the stress. Drop the baggage. Put only positive people around you. That's how you live long. You ever see somebody 90 years old? Right? If you live to be 90, you ain't got no stress.
If what?
If you're 90 years old, you usually don't have stress. If you live that long, you live the stress-free life. Get the stress out of your life. You don't need to chase around somebody who's not being faithful.
No, I agree. Yeah,
But-
I agree. I mean, I think I would
but
do the
let's-
same thing.
let's-
I would leave the first time for the cheating.
Let's
I'll be
bring
gone the first
ourselves
time.
down to reality, okay? The reality is plenty of girls and plenty of guys out there whose significant other has cheated on them 3 times and he ain't a multimillionaire. What's up with that? What's up with that?
What?
What I just said. There's plenty of people out there whose spouses or boyfriends, girlfriends, fiancés have cheated on them multiple times and they still ain't left them. And they ain't multimillionaires. So I don't know what mindset people have to stay in a situation like it, you know?
Yeah. I'm too busy loving on my man to cheat, honey. I don't play that mess. Yeah. So at the end of the day, Paul, I think that at the end of the day, basically it's not about money, is what I'm hearing, right?
I mean, some people are motivated by money. Some people are motivated by the lack of respect. Some people just want to live the life. But I'm just saying I ain't built that way.
I know, and happiness is number one, right?
Right.
Happiness is number one. What?
Monique.
What did Monique say?
You see what she said.
Well, I don't know if we can put that up there,
Well,
but
it's
this
too
is
late.
Conscious
You just
Fever.
put it
I
up
mean,
there.
go ahead and put it up there. Anyway, Monique, we got a few of these tonight, so we're going to. Oh my God! What are we doing tonight?
I have been censored many, many times on this show just for saying a cuss word. Now look what's going on. Many, many times. Censored.
Here we go. Paul, would you have a Kardashian? Ooh, I'm sorry. Would you have a Kardashian female? An opposite thought.
I mean, you know, like I said, people are motivated by money. People are motivated, you know, as reasons to stay. Motivated by money. Maybe it's the respect. Whatever it is, I just don't feel like I'm built that way. I'm not in a position where my fiance or significant other or wife is a multimillionaire. I can't really say, with all honesty, what I would do in those situations. Because like I said, there's plenty of people in those situations who don't have a multimillionaire as a significant other and they stay. I don't know what causes them to stay. I just don't feel like I would. But I'm not in a situation where, you know, I'm married to Paris Hilton and she's having affairs, you know?
I mean, just period. Okay, I got you. So, Paul, let's bring this back. Now, I don't know if we want to keep taking the relationship questions, because I know we got some other topic type questions. But let's take this next relationship question. This is from Shannon. Not sure where Shannon's from, but this is from Shannon. Check this one out.
Hi, Carl and Paul, and thanks for taking my question. My name is Shannon. I have been with my boyfriend for 5 years, and we have a wonderful relationship, but now he is asking if I am okay with him having another girl to join us in the bedroom. What should I do?
Whoa!
Come on, y'all.
I'm going to let you take that one, Paul. I'm going to let you take that one all day long. He's asking.
So I got this angel on this side of my shoulder, right? And then I got this little devil over here. Like that movie, was that Animal House? Where they introduced the little angel and devil on the shoulders? Is that the right? Tell me if I'm right, y'all. Was that Animal House? If that's my daughter, I'm going to say, you need to leave him.
Of course, if that's your daughter, you need a reason. There you go. Jesus, his bags packed and he's out.
She said they couldn't hear it.
They said what?
Monique says she can't hear it.
Let me see if we could run it back. Could y'all not hear her? Could you hear her?
You know I heard her. You know I heard her.
Oh no, if y'all didn't hear her, we're gonna run it back. Just be quiet and listen. We're gonna run Shannon back. Just listen very closely.
Hi, Carl and Paul, and thanks for taking my question. My name is Shannon. I have been with my boyfriend for 5 years, and we have a wonderful relationship, but now he is asking if I am okay with him having another girl to join us in the bedroom. What should I do?
Send him packing.
Oh, Monique, you can't hear it. Basically, she says that she's been with this guy for how many years?
Doesn't matter.
For a number of years. For 5 years, I think is what she said. And now she's saying that he is, she said everything is going wonderful, but he is now asking that another woman join them in the bedroom. She said, what should she do?
So the fact that you can ask a question like that means you already entertaining the idea. But I'm telling you, no, send him.
There you go. Get some girl. Get some wigs, honey. And if he wants a different girl, change it up. Oh,
yeah. I don't know. That's to me. That's young people stuff. Young people are doing that stupid stuff. I don't know. I don't think I do that.
Whatever he wants me to do, he got it. But mess around and he's out.
Well, he ain't talking about messing around. He's talking about 3 to party.
He said he's adding another one to the party.
Yeah.
I mean, you said the fact that she even asked that question is enough for just to say no. I mean, the fact that she asked the question is enough to believe that she's really she has made her mind up. She just wants somebody to confirm it.
Andre Starr.
In 2025, old people doing it too, Paul.
Like I said, you got an angel on one shoulder, and you got a little devil on the other shoulder. Right? What's the angel?
Who are you going to follow, the devil or the angel?
Well, that's a dumb question. Y'all know who I'm going to follow. Next question.
All right, next question, they tell me, is from...
Didn't answer the question, by the way.
Huh?
We didn't answer the question.
Why don't you answer the question?
I've already answered it. I answered as best I could. I didn't hear an answer from you.
Oh, my answer is that, you mean if the tables were turned?
I'm just asking you, what would you tell that girl?
No, okay, wait. Or how would I tell her to I would tell her just to leave him. I mean, obviously, he is manifesting one or two things. One, that you're not enough gratification for him, or that he is into something that you may not want to be around for the next 20 years of your life.
Or he could be saying that she is enough and he wants somebody else to experience how good she is at the same time he does.
Sexual promiscuity is the chief instigator to end relationships. Is that true?
That's 100%.
It is?
Yeah. 9 times out of 10, a man will leave his significant other more likely than a woman. If a man gets cheated on, he's more likely to leave. Somehow or another, the statistics show that women are more likely to give it another shot. Don't know why that is. I do know why that is, but that's just, those are hard facts. Women most likely stay, men most likely leave for infidelity.
Yeah.
But the question isn't it's not a question of infidelity in that question. The question is
wait.
It wasn't a question of infidelity.
No,
the question was adding a third person to the bedroom.
Right, but isn't that inherently infidelity?
It can't be infidelity if you're not hiding it from the other person. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm not saying it's right, but it's not infidelity.
Paul. Wait a minute. You're saying that it's not infidelity because he disclosed it?
It's not infidelity because she's a part of it.
Well, she hasn't agreed to it. She's asking us, should she agree?
If she agrees to it, then
what should she do? But I'm just saying, but the fact that he would even ask that, doesn't that imply that his level of satisfaction with her, at least in the bedroom, is not up to par? Then why should she say?
So you got me taking this position that
I'm not taking. I'm just asking you a question.
I'm just saying you got me taking a position that I don't necessarily agree with. I don't think that if you approach your significant other and you ask them that question and they consider it, that it's an inappropriate question, because obviously you knew that person well enough to where they would consider it. I mean, menage a trois happen between couples, more often than we would know.
There you go.
Paulo Cardo. No, that's not the question.
No, that's not the question. That's not the question.
Totally different question. That's a totally different.
That is
that's
a totally
different.
Yeah, that's a totally a different question. But if you're asking if the tables were turned, the woman asked for to invite another man into the bedroom, I mean, it would be the same response. I mean, obviously, there's an implication there just by asking that the gratification is not up to par with you, that you believe that you need to join somebody else, or you're too damn weird to stay around with me, in my opinion. That's just my opinion now. For Stoner and all those guys, Paul, and y'all talking devil on one shoulder, angel on another shoulder, maybe y'all can get into that freaky stuff, but it wouldn't be for me.
I've never done it.
I know you haven't. I know you've never done it. Are you ready for the next question? Here's our next question, y'all. It may take us to a different topic.
Hey, Paul. Hey, Carl. What's up? My name is Derek, and my question is, how do you guys feel about Trump's top military officials and the vice president sharing attack plans with a journalist?
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Good question. How do you feel about that,
They
Paul?
should all be fired. I know there's a lot of talk, and people are saying it wasn't confident. It wasn't top secret, or it wasn't secret. I mean, don't let them spin. Don't let this party spin this stuff to make people think that this was a nothing burger. This is a big deal, and the Republicans made a big deal about Hillary Clinton's emails, about Hillary screwing up Benghazi. This is 100 times worse. It's not worse because no one got injured, but the mere thought that you would think that it's okay for the U.S. to announce that we're about to attack, say, Iraq, with the exact strategy. We're going to take bombers here, we're going to take planes there, we're going to drop a bomb here, this is our exact attack plan. For the people to actually believe and let it wash over their face like, well, that wasn't top secret, you're crazy. It's never been done. You don't do that. You wouldn't do that as a country, and it's clearly classified in secret information and in secret dialogue. The problem is the guy who was invited to the conversation was invited by, I don't know if it was Hesketh or some aide or whatever, but he was invited by a top U.S. official who made a mistake on his phone by putting the reporter's name under someone else's name or something screwy like that.
I think it was a staffer that
but
actually
okay, it's a staffer. But to me, when they blame it on a staffer, it's like me blaming it on my secretary because I missed a deadline date. It don't work like that. It doesn't work like that, and they should be fired. Period.
So, but
nothing's gonna happen.
But you don't. Okay, so you don't think anything is gonna happen?
Nothing's gonna happen.
But that was bad. I mean, you talk about Hillary Clinton's emails, if you believe all that and all the other stuff that they alleged, all of these investigations, and now this. I mean, this is our national security. Don't you know that Russia and China is just waiting for an opportunity just to drop a bomb in the United States and just take completely control?
Right.
Many people don't believe that, but that is so true. I mean, this is giving them a segue to do that.
The top superpower in the world is always a target. Who was the superpower in the ancient world? It was Rome. Who was the superpower after the Renaissance? It was England and Spain. Where are they now? How powerful are they now? People are always aiming to take out the top superpower. We consider ourselves the top superpower. If the United States is taken out as the top superpower, who's left to take over? China and Russia. Don't believe for an instant that they don't want to be the top dog. Don't believe for an instant that they don't want to figure out a way to get all our, if we still have it, technological advancements. Okay? We used to be the only ones with stealth fighters. I'm not so sure about that anymore. We always think that our military is so far advanced. All it takes is information to leak to these other places. If China had our information, and they might have it, right? Then you don't think the Chinese can duplicate our technology? You know they can. They do it right now, out in the open. So our national security and top secret documents need to be kept a secret. And this is a big deal because if he can willy-nilly do this and then say, oh, it was an accident, it was my staffer, how many other times has he done it and we just don't know about it? The only reason why we know about it is because the guy who got secretly invited in was a journalist. What if he was a Russian spy who got secretly invited in? We'd never know it. This is a big deal.
Yeah, I think it is.
If I wanted to say that, I would have wrote it. I said what I said.
Paul said what he said. It should be what it is. But you know, Paul, here's my take on it. At the end of the day, this sloppiness by this administration. I mean, this was on the Signal app. And this is supposed to be, but it's an app. It's supposed to be one of these high-level security, but it's an app.
Not even supposed to be having a conversation on the app to begin with.
Right.
There's so many levels of screw-ups. Right. And if you go to Fox News, or even Fox News is kind of attacking them, but if you go to some of these news outlets, they're literally saying it wasn't classified, it's no big deal, nothing to see here. And Trump basically yelled at his Secretary of Defense. Right, yelled at him in his office and said, "That's good enough. He'll never do it again. He'll never do it again. That's it." Wow. So then you ask yourself, what if this happened under the Biden administration?
That's just crazy.
What would have happened? The hypocrisy of the controlling party in Congress is stinky, because that's the only way I can describe it, is because the very thing that they say we would eviscerate a Democrat for, they're acting like it didn't even occur. That means that their job is being abdicated to whatever Trump says. We don't have a Congress anymore if they don't act like, an equal branch of government. And I don't know what to say. I did make a call. I made a call to Morgan McGarvey's office. Actually.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, did you get the text?
The text from Morgan McGarvey?
Morgan McGarvey.
No, I did not get a text.
Okay, I did.
But I made a call. I made a call to his office, and I was surprised that I got right through. I just looked his phone number up on the internet, called his office right up, got one of his staffers. But I said, I wish they would introduce a bill where they taught civics in a high school as a full semester course, where people understood how government works, because people don't understand how government works.
They really don't. They really don't. Anyway, Paul, let's take a quick break, and when we come back from the break, we're going to probably take another call. We'll be right back.
Coming to you live from Louisville, Conscious Fever with attorneys Paul Mullins and Carl Price.
I have wept and I have fallen, don't you worry about me, 'cause I stood up, yes I have grown, the pain has set me free, and broken record in my head.
Welcome back to Conscious Fever, hosted by Carl Price.
All right, welcome back to Conscious Fever here on Ice Entertainment Television, Conscious Fever Radio. I am Carl Price, your host. I'm here with Paul Mullins, co-hosting tonight on this show. Interesting stuff, Paul. We were talking about Trump, so let's just follow this up with another question from somebody who is curious. Here's our next question.
Good evening, guys. My name is Cody, and I am from Nebraska. And my question is, how am I supposed to run my farm without any migrants?
Why do you laugh, Paul?
You know I'm laughing.
Well, answer the question. Answer his question. How is he supposed to run? His question is, believe it or not, from Nebraska, how is he supposed to run his farm without any migrants?
All right, so in Nebraska, they're finding it tough to get the corn out of the fields, I guess, or get all the wheat, corn, the vegetables, because when Trump started deporting the migrants, they realized they didn't have anybody to work for them, and now they had under Biden, they were given loans for their farms, and Trump came in and basically undid everything Biden did. So now their loans, they're not going to get the loan money that they were promised, and some of them are saying that they relied on those loans to keep their farms going. And I'm not laughing at people who might lose their farms, but I guess that's what they voted for. No labor and no money. Am I going to sit back and laugh? No, but this is why people need to understand how government works, and understand basically when somebody tells you that somebody's lying to you, that maybe you should believe it, because they're doing everything they said they were going to do from Project 25. I mean, do you have any sympathy for this guy, Carl?
No. I mean, I'll tell you, I have no sympathy for this guy because, excuse me, again, what we're seeing is a lot of these individuals who felt like Trump was the better choice, and everybody was signaling that when this man gets back into office, what he does is not going to be in your best interest. So no, I have no respect.
Can you put Monique's comment up there?
Whatsoever.
Right there.
Monique says,
can hire people and pay a living wage, but that's too much, right? So I think the problem is that they just don't physically have people to do it. Whether you pay them or not, they don't have people that are willing to take those jobs. And you can look around Louisville. There's some jobs that, people don't want that, immigrants are taking now. I don't want to be, crass about it, but there's some jobs in the restaurant, fast food industries that you see more immigrants in that, my kids wouldn't take.
And you said your kids wouldn't take it?
I mean, when I was younger, I worked at Taco Bell. I worked at Winn-Dixie as a stock clerk. But if you tried to get your average teenager to work at a Taco Bell or McDonald's, they would consider that job beneath them. That's just the general impression I get. And certain parts of town, the service industry at hotels, there's just certain jobs that you find more migrants taking than anybody. Now, maybe that's because they're taking lesser pay and they're taking that from people who want higher pay. I don't know. But just if you walk around town, this is just Louisville, Kentucky, there are certain jobs that migrants take more than everybody else.
Sounds like you're stereotyping, Paul.
I'm not. I'm trying not to. You put me in this box.
No, I didn't put you in a box. I mean, I was just saying. I mean, listen. At the end of the day, it's just like there's a person for there's a person for everybody. Remember they used to say that when relationships. I mean, there's a job for everybody, and the reality is that. The more our society is educated and the more those who migrate over here, Paul, for instance, those who migrate over here that are just starting out, but they're adults and they have kids and responsibilities, they're apt to take, any type of job, a job that you and I wouldn't take. And that's because we're lawyers. But even if we were not lawyers, we would have felt that we have graduated ourselves not to just take any job. So, I agree with you. Listen, when I was in college, one of the best opportunities to work was in Shelby County on, stripping tobacco. Because if you want to make some extra money, here's some day work, go strip tobacco. I never did it, but I'm just saying, I think it's kind of the same thing, Paul.
Yeah, I'm trying not to say that all jobs, picking oranges or, pulling corn off the field is a migrant worker job, but for whatever reason.
But for the most part, that's who's doing it.
At the rate of pay,
in Florida and Texas, for the most part, and California, those are New Mexico.
But we knew this. We said this before the election.
Arizona, I should say.
We said this before the election. We said, who's going to pick the grapes in California? Who's going to pick the oranges in Florida? We said all that. Like, we knew that was going to be an issue because you need a labor force that's willing to do that. And I'm not saying that's their lot in life, but they should have known that if I'm not going to be stereotypical, but I had my roof done. Guess who did the roof for me? All right, so I'm just saying. But I'm just saying there's a reason why, people are.
Well, maybe that's who you hired. You couldn't have hired a white man.
I did. I did hire a black man, and his crew was all Mexicans.
All Mexicans,
right?
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that.
Listen, I don't think there's any question that there's a huge contribution to the American economy by migrants, legal and illegal, and so this whole assault with ICE and deportation. I mean, it's what it really is. What it really is, it's an opportunity.
Tony.
It's an opportunity for them to just get it off their chest, get it out. They've had this anger in them for years since Donald Trump started in 2016, and so seeing something on TV where somebody's been deported or sent to another country and different things like that, I think that makes them feel good.
So, Carl, when you were stripping tobacco, was there an overseer on the plantation?
I never said I stripped tobacco. I said that I was told on the campus that if you wanted to make some money doing some day work, you could strip tobacco. I never went to Shelby County
or
any of those counties that stripped tobacco. No, I stripped in another way when I was in law school. I mean, if you just want to know, I made extra money another way stripping, not just stripping tobacco.
Wow.
If you want to know. But anyway, Paul, we have another question. We have one last question. What?
Go ahead.
We have one last question before we go back to the comments. This is Jenny. I'm not sure where Jenny comes from, but again, we got these early, so
I'm
listening to Jenny's question.
What's she got to say?
Paul and Carl, my name is Jenny, and I'm going to get straight to the point. Is Donald Trump going to take my Social Security this time around?
Whoo, jeez, I'm going to get straight to the point. Paul? Is Donald Trump going to take your Social Security this time?
Donald Trump is not going to take your Social Security. I guarantee you it won't be Donald Trump.
Who would it be?
It'll be Elon Musk. She didn't ask that question.
She asked for Donald Trump.
No, it'll be President Musk.
And you're saying it's going to be President Musk?
Yes.
Why'd you call him President Musk?
I mean, let's put the facts together. We saw him in the Oval Office, standing over Trump with his son, even above that. We saw him at a cabinet meeting, standing over everybody and running the meeting. What image does that? He's president.
Right.
He bought his presidency, $280 million, $30 million, whatever it was, $230 million. He bought the presidency.
Well, listen, I wasn't, even if I was stripping tobacco, Tony Profumo said that's, Tony, I spell my name with the K, by the way, the German way. Respect my heritage. How my first car was stripping tobacco. But there was a comment by Alvin. Did you see this? That's why you think the Gators are going to win?
They got a good team. They have depth, they have height, they got good guard play, they got shooters. I mean, anybody can win on any day. But
anyway, getting back to the Social Security comment. So, why do you think somebody her age would ask that question?
Because if you're cutting the jobs at Social Security, okay, which we know they're doing, and you're firing people, who is going to process the Social Security? How are they going to make the process work if you cut all the workers? You cut the workers, right? And you've heard all the stories. I mean, they have. I mean, there's so many things that have happened that I can't put them all together. But these cuts that they're making without, what's it say? First Jaguar heist.
Stripping in my first home later. I brought my first Jaguar later on stripping, and my first home later. Okay, Tony Profumo, you're worse than these women now. Don't turn our show into something it is not supposed to be.
So, male strippers. Wow. What was we talking about? Social Security, y'all?
We was talking about Social Security. Now, we were talking about this stuff when this elderly woman asked this question.
Now, a lot of people watch this that aren't commenting, including
I know, including my pastor,
family and judges and.
I know.
How you gonna appear in court now?
I know. I mean, I'm appearing in court. I mean, but listen, Paul. At the end of the day, let's just face it. Everybody did something. Either you were waiting a table.
I used to wait tables.
Yeah, you wait tables at a restaurant. Everybody had a gig to make some extra money in college. Some was not. No, I mean,
everybody had a gig.
Everybody had a gig to make some extra money in college, and some was not as respectful as
maybe they just
waiting tables or something like that. I mean, how many of you all?
So you don't have a problem with women stripping to make extra money then?
No, I mean, no. No. And I think if you've ever been to a strip club where women are stripping, most of the time you conceptualize the fact that some of them were in there doing that. They were doing it because they needed a second job, and this was better money than going through what we would say the Christian or traditional route. And some actually did it. What was the other reason that they would say? Some of them did it because they were students.
Because they liked it.
So I'm sure. I don't think anybody does anything that they don't like necessarily. I'm not a big believer in saying
stripping.
that. I mean, I enjoyed it back then. I mean, it was they actually called it dancing. And so anybody who's watching from Cincinnati, there used to be a club down on Pete Rose Way, and the name of the club was Caddies. It was an oldies club, and that's where we used to dance at. And we didn't strip there, by the way. We were actually dancers. We would dress up with characters. And the crazy thing about, because we were in law school and we couldn't work, so we were making $5 an hour and we got all the drinks free.
So you stripped your way through law school? You paid your way through law school stripping?
I didn't say that.
You said because we were in law school.
Why are you trying to do this to me? Why are you trying to get this full story? I'm giving you the full story.
I heard I was in law school.
I said I was a dancer. Y'all call it stripping. I said I was a dancer in law school.
Did you remove an article of clothing?
I removed my sailor hat.
Did you remove
I removed my sailor hat.
Clothing.
I removed my Mickey Mouse ears or something like that.
I'm just saying, you were a stripper.
No, I'm gonna tell you, man. If you want to really know the full Monty, why don't you tune into my OnlyFans page? I don't have an OnlyFans page. No, I'm just saying that. Anyway, everybody had some type of gig, and I was dancing at a club. It was not a strip club.
Oh, now it's not a strip club.
No, I mean it wasn't a strip club.
Can we rewind the tape? Didn't he say he was stripping?
But
him and Tony.
Not at Caddy.
Him and Tony.
I said I was, but not at Caddy.
Tony bought a car and a house. What'd you get? A law degree.
I got a law degree. I sure in the hell did. I got
a
law
stripper
degree.
Money.
I got a law degree, but you know what? But that makes me human. That just makes me human.
Was the girls doing it?
No, they were not doing that. But I will tell you that. I mean, they were not doing that.
I'm gonna leave you alone. I used to.
They were not doing that. But I'm gonna tell you what Nene was saying.
I used to wait till.
If I wanted to say that, I would have wrote it. I said what I said.
That's what Nene was saying. Anyway,
do better.
We're about at the end of our rope. What'd you say? Do better.
End of your rope. Yeah.
So anyway, we started this on the Social Security gig, Paul. So answer the woman's lady.
That's what you meant.
I answered the woman's lady. Answer the woman's question.
I did. I said she gonna lose it because Elon Musk gonna take it. He's already taken the. If you take the workers, who's gonna process the checks? It's gonna be slower, right? So. I've seen that already. It's funny. This is more entertaining. Just forget what the lady. Yes, lady, you're gonna lose your Social Security at some point. Okay, everybody loses it at some point. Maybe you 95, maybe you 105, maybe you 169, but you're gonna lose it.
I don't know about that, Stephanie.
Elon will take it. Okay, we on the same page. You did say he was a stripper. Now, no, he done changed it to dancer. He done changed it to dancer. Ain't that what all the strippers tell you? I dance. I work at a strip club, but I work at the bar.
That's what they called us. They called us dancers.
I work at the strip club, but I work at the bar. Are you still a stripper if you work at the bar?
That was no. That's what people on the streets call it stripping. We call it dancing.
You meet 100 girls that work at a strip club, and they all work at the bar.
In regards to Social Security, they are closing offices, firing people, and the objective is to privatize Social Security. So now we had to have Wayne.
Same conversation.
Thank you, Wayne Shimwell, for answering that question.
I said the same thing.
If you close all say that.
I said they're closing all offices. You can't get the checks out.
Oh my God!
It's all right.
Tony in the house.
Still stripping Tony. I'm sure he gives private lessons. I'm sure.
He said, "My bad. What are you apologizing for, Tony? Forget Magic Mike, okay? Carl, bring Renee because she needs some exposure here. Come on, Stephanie. Bring on clapping back. What?"
She's talking about making your booty clap. Okay, so done went south again. I'm done.
Okay, there you go, Alvin. Thank you for keeping this simple. I had a newspaper route.
I waited tables.
Strip to pay for school.
Law school, right?
No, school. She said school. So she's talking about herself.
I'm thinking law school. I heard law school. No, she wasn't talking about her. She's talking about you.
She ain't talking
That's
about
what you said. Now you're a stripper. You ain't a dancer no more, Carl. You put your business out there.
Wayne, you remember Caddies in Cincinnati? Yeah, it was not a strip. Tell them it wasn't a strip club, man. It was an oldies club. It was an oldie club.
Now it's just a
Caddies, Splash, Toy Tiger, Mardi Gras.
I remember Toy Tiger.
No, Tony, it is not. Caddies was not. Hold on, wait a minute. Caddies is in Cincinnati. It was in Cincinnati on Pete Rose Way. Splash was down here by the river. Toy Tiger was out on Bardstown, and I'm not sure where Mardi Gras was.
Do you know where Toy Tiger was?
No, I know where Toy Tiger was. I didn't know about no Mardi Gras.
Did you strip at Toy Tiger too?
I danced. I danced.
It's all right, man. Be proud of where you came from. Look at you now. Stripper to tipper. You know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about, Paul?
You from stripper to tipper, y'all. Ooh-wee. You put it out there, man. You trying to correct it, but that's
I'm not correcting anything. It is what it is. We did what we had to do to get through school.
We all heard stripper. Now it's dancer. Okay, I don't know what you did. We had to go do a background check on you. And see, you done said stripper, and now you done let Tony Profumo put all his business out there.
Well, I mean,
because he thought too.
Tony thought he was the only one.
He gonna say he's a dancer now. Tony, were you just a dancer? What was your theme song?
Andre, it's not working, bro. It's not working. It's not working. The Toy Tiger was a popular strip club in Louisville. I don't know anything about
strip club.
I don't know anything about Toy Tiger, y'all.
I'm trying.
Paul, help me.
Trying. He was an artist.
Carl was an artist.
He was
not
a dance artist.
Thank you, Tony.
He was a dance artist.
Thank you, Tony. There are ways to basically communicate that.
Dance artist.
No, I never stripped. I'm saying you stripped to pay for law school.
Right. That's what he told us. I heard what I heard.
I had scholarships for law school.
You said what you said, but I heard what I heard.
Them female teachers give you good grades. Hey, Andre, I'm gonna commit a crime against you next time I see you, bro. No, Stephanie don't like a man. No, nobody sing. No, stop. Okay.
I don't know what's going on there.
Caddies, what at Old Shep? No.
That's right. That's where he was, Carl. That's where you were.
Listen to me.
He said it was a Caddies.
That was the Caddies in Louisville.
And the Toy Tiger.
I'm talking about Caddies in Cincinnati.
I heard Caddies, stripping, Toy Tiger, law school. Let's put it all together, y'all. How you gonna go to work tomorrow, Carl?
I'm gonna go to work the same way I go all the time. Back in the day, after a game, we would frequently go to the club. It was not a titty bar. Thank you, Wayne. But Wayne, I'm talking about the one in on Pete Rose Way in Cincinnati.
Man, we're gonna come to work tomorrow with a bunch of dollar bills for you.
Shaft. The Toy Tiger was not a strip bar. Thank you, Wayne. Wayne is our moral compass tonight.
When y'all see Carl in court, bring your dollar bills. Or did you take fives?
I took hundreds, buddy.
Oh, okay, all right.
Took totally.
High class dancer.
Totally hundreds. Anyway.
Nah, he wasn't a stripper, y'all. But
I was a dancer. Those are
I'm sorry. This is funny. I'm a dancer.
Those are two different things. Have a good night, Renee. Good night. Paul, you need to understand.
I bet it's the Slick Rick.
You need to understand that the history of. You need to understand the history of that whole thing.
Dottie.
You just need to understand the whole thing, or the whole process.
Sorry, man. I believe if every man could be a stripper, he'd want to be one.
Welcome to the Ice Door with your favorite DJ, DJ Ice. Brought to you by Ice Entertainment.
I wish we would bring back DJ Ice. Maybe we can ask DJ Ice to
Andre Stoner's killing
to join us. What is Andre Stoner saying? Andre, we're gonna do a show about you next time. Next, Andre.
It's too late.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna just show about Andre Stoner. But anyway, Paul, I think we're at the end of our rope.
End of our pole.
End of our
rope. Okay. Look.
Welcome to the Conscious Fever Podcast.
End of our rope. End of our pole. For real.
Coming to you live from Louisville, Kentucky.
Anyway, last favorite words, Paul.
I wouldn't touch you with a
10-foot pole.
I'm sorry, man. That's my last one.
Hey, that's funny because when I was doing that, I heard that. Go ahead. Your famous last words, Paul. She said, "Oh,
the Social Security, be on the lookout." But here's the thing, y'all. Today, they're introducing legislation, or they're talking about introducing legislation that's going to change voting rights or voting the way we vote. That is the real danger. All this other stuff is smoke. All this other stuff is a distraction, right? We're not taking over Canada. We're not taking over Greenland. We might lose a few Social Security checks, but the most important thing is the voting. Just Google it online. They're trying to pass through a bill that's going to change the way people vote. That's probably more dangerous than anything else that we've seen.
And listen, Wayne Shimwell, I have a new book coming out, From Crack to Christ. Oh,
okay,
should be interesting, Wayne. But go ahead, Paul. You were saying.
Well, I mean, my last word is pay attention to this voting rights bill. I don't know what we can do about it because it's a Republican Congress, but certainly Republicans right now are not wanting to have the town halls for a reason, because all the things that they're trying to pass through makes him cliche. All the things they're trying to pass through are not popular. But be on the lookout for this voting rights bill. It can change everything. Like, for instance, if they passed a bill that says you got to have the same number of voting precincts in every district, you would take, I'm not saying this is the rule, but I'm saying, could you imagine if Jefferson County only had 4 places to vote and another county with, 100 times less people have the same 4 places? That's the type of sneaky stuff that they'll try to pass through to make it harder for people in the cities, and I'm not saying black people or white people necessarily, to make it harder for people in the cities to vote, because they know that is where the Democratic voting base is, in the cities. Be on the lookout for these bills. Do everything and anything you can to oppose them.
All right. Thank you all for joining us tonight here on Conscious Fever, here on ICE Entertainment Television and Conscious Fever Radio. The discussion has been very, 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 very cool. Every time we do this, there is a comment that comes in that we haven't seen.
Darren, what's up?
What's up, Sans? Darren, this is not the night for you to come in and listen to this conversation, my friend.
He's finding out about your stripping career. That's all. From stripping to tipping. That's the new motto.
No.
That's the way you get through law school. By hook or by crook.
Anyway, y'all, listen, this has been Conscious Fever here on ICE Entertainment Television, Conscious Fever Radio. Paul, thank you for coming by again tonight as our co-host. We also want to just give a shout out and thanks to, I think it's Shannon, Derek, Coco, Cody, and Jenny for asking the questions. If you want to ask a question, get your video together, send it in to us, and we'll do our best to answer it. I'm Carl Price. This is Conscious Fever. We will see you hopefully next week, right after April Fool's Day.
Yes, sir. Get Coco on the line.
Thank you for watching the Conscious Fever podcast. We will see you next week.
When you need the best sound, when you want the best songs, tune in. We're here for you. The best radio in town all day long.
I was born by the river in a little tent. Like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. 'Cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it is. say, brother, help me please. Wind up knocking me back down on the knees. Oh, there've been times that I thought I couldn't last for long, but now I think I'm able, Father, to carry on. And it's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it is, yes it is, yes it is. Said I know that a change is gonna come one day. I know a change